everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel Kay's Kitchen. My name is Khadija and today I will be showing you how to make your own paste for lamb chops. It's really delicious, really quick and simple to make. My family members love this, so this is something I'd really like to share with you guys. I have all the ingredients set out here for you and I will show you exactly how to mix it all and how it's done. So just before I start to add everything together, I just want to show you what I have cut up. So this is one whole red pepper cut into this kind of a size slice. This is one whole red onion that I have sliced up. Try not to dice them too small, so make sure they are something like this of a size. You don't want them into tiny little squares. You'll see why. I will show you why. I have two garlic pieces here. I have also finely chopped parsley, and here we've got sauce of mint sauce. So you can get obviously a smaller bottle, you don't need a huge one like this. You can get them from any kind of supermarket. I have the good old ketchup, paprika powder. You can also get paprika hot powder, but I've just got the normal one here. I've got ground cumin and some crushed chilies, and I also have this sachet. You can also buy from any supermarket. It's a peppercorn sauce. It's really tasty. You will probably have noticed this kind of sauce in steakhouse places, so places that serve steak. They give you the option of the sauce, and it tends to be really nice with meat. So this is one packet of that. Just want to show you how much parsley you will need for your lamb chops. So it's a small amount, really small amount. Literally, you could just squeeze that. So I'm just going to put aside my onions and red pepper and garlic. We don't need that just yet. Just need a small bowl like this. If you get your ketchup and a tablespoon, so this is my tablespoon. Okay. So this is just for measurements to help you. 1, 2, and now we're going to use the mint sauce. Use the same spoon just to help you with measurements. So 1 big full spoon of mint sauce in there. Now paprika. So we are going to add 1 and 2. So you can see that I've used quite teaspoons of paprika. Got the cumin powder, so we're going to sprinkle 1 and a half of that. We have crushed chilies. Now obviously children will be eating this, so I am only going to add literally like half a teaspoon of crushed chilies for them. You can throw in your parsley. And here I am going to grate the 2 garlic pieces into this paste. You don't have to use a machine to do all this mixing. You could just literally do it with a grater. It's just as good as, and especially if you don't have a machine like that at home that does all the mixing and stuff, you know, you don't have to go out there and buy one, just use the grater at home. So I'm just going to give this a mix now. Mix it all out. So this is what your paste will look like. It's pretty thick. but don't worry about that because we will be adding oil to when we are cooking the lamb chops, we will be adding oil to that. So this is what it will look like at the moment. So you can see it's pretty stubborn. That's our paste made. So here are my lamb chops. I have 11 pieces here, and they are washed and ready to go into the pan. Mine is already done, so this is how it will look once it's boiled. It will be quite tender as well, and it will be ready for the marinade. Okay, so I've let the lamb chops just cool down a little bit in the handi, and this is how it will look once I've drained the juices as well. So what I'm going to do is add a bit of oil. So the oil I will be adding, I'm using is sunflower oil. 1, 2, and 3. So that's 3 tablespoons of sunflower oil, and I'm going to use my paste now. And what I'm going to do is just dollop it. I will show you how it looks just over the meat. All you need to do is just give it a nice rub into the meat. So literally, really gently, just be gentle because the meat is quite tender anyway. It is cooked. All you need to do is just rub in the flavour of your paste. Paprika is so, I think, not used very much in Pakistani households, but it is so delicious. When I first went to Morocco, I think that's the first time I ever tried anything with paprika in it, because when I asked the chef what was in their food, it was so tasty. He told me that the main ingredients they tend to use quite often is paprika. Like we have basaar, they use paprika, and when I had their lamb chops there with the paprika in there, it was absolutely amazing. So yeah, this is how it will look now. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is place this back on the cooker on really low heat, because we don't want to cook it, we just want the marinade to stick in with all its flavours to be let out into the meat, and then I'll show you what will happen next. Right, so I've put the handi over to the smallest hob that I have on the cooker, and as you can probably hear, it's starting to sizzle a little bit, which is fine. So we're just going to give it a really gentle stir, so we don't want to break anything. Even if it does, it doesn't matter, but for you first timers, I'm sure you just want it to look like a lamb chop. So it's just nicely taken in the marinade. Because we have strong flavours in the marinade that we've made, it will just stick to the meat and it will taste absolutely delicious. So we're going to leave it on heat, on really low heat for about 5 minutes. Just let the marinade work. Okay, so now we can add the red onions and the red pepper that I cut up before, and we will just add that to the lamb chops. Now this is not for you to cook it so much like a handi. The red onions and the peppers are strictly there just for flavouring, adding that flavour to your lamb chops. So just like when you go to a steakhouse, when they bring the sizzler out, you'll see like onions on there or peppers on there. That's exactly the kind of thing you're doing here. So you can wait for the onions and the red pepper to soften up just ever so slightly, but they've still got that bit of crunch. That's what we're aiming for. So what we are going to do is completely on low heat still, nothing's changed there. I am going to put the lid on this, and I'm going to leave it for a further 5 minutes, and then we will come back to that. So the last bit to this dish is adding the peppercorn sauce. You get about 25 grams in this packet, so it's a small amount anyway, but we don't obviously need all of that for the lamb chops we are making. So I'm just going to open the packet. And using the same teaspoon that I have throughout the whole cooking process of the lamb chops, I'm going to use that. Use about I'd say 1.5 teaspoon of this powder. So for this powder mixture, you have to use milk. If you use the whole sachet, normally it will ask you to use 300 milliliters of milk, but obviously we are not using the whole of the powder. So for this, you will only need about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10 tablespoons of milk. So I've just got this on low heat, and I'm just going to give this a good stir. And what you will see is this sauce will eventually just thicken a little bit. So just before the consistency changes into quite a thick sauce, we are going to take this sauce over to the lamb chops and pour it into the handi with the lamb chops up. I just want to show you, you can see that's thickened already. Okay, so I'm going to pour this sauce just lightly on top of the lamb chops, just like that, and just gently give that a stir. This is really delicious, and it'll just give that nice sultanous taste to it. So here we are, guys. I've put a few lamb chop pieces into a plate, and in the middle I have placed the onions and the red peppers that have been caramelized whilst we were cooking the lamb chops. So my niece actually really enjoys eating lamb chops. She is waiting anxiously to come in and try this, so I'm going to call her over. She could try this and she'll let you know how she finds it. It's really good. That's good. So there you go then, people. You have someone here who's tasted this and is telling you it is yummy, it is delicious. This can be great as a starter, as I say, or a main course meal with some chips and salad. Even with green veg, it will taste amazing. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. I'd love to see how it looks and read your comments as well. My Instagram page is Khadija Kitchen 1. You will see my logo on this, that'll be me. Definitely share this with me and let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also remember to click the bell button, it will always alert you of any new recipes that I upload. Click the like button below and also leave any comments. Inshallah, we'll see you next time with a brand new recipe. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz. You want to do that again? Yeah. Right, so here is my niece. She's going to try it out. Go on then. She's got a mouthful.